In the vast expanse of the battlefield, it is not the thunder of voices that wins the day, but the quiet resolve of the commander. While others banter relentlessly, seeking to drown out the thoughts of their adversaries, a wise leader cultivates the power of silence. In that stillness, one can discern the whispers of strategy that elude the deafened ear. To speak is easy, yet to hold one's tongue requires discernment born of experience. Let the tumultuous clamor of empty rhetoric persist around you. For those who know the true nature of conflict understand that words, without intent, are like arrows loosed into the night, lost and without purpose. It is in moments of quiet contemplation that clarity emerges, sharpening the mind against the onslaught of distraction. In silence, one can strategize, reflecting upon the weight of every decision. Thus, the art of war reveals itself, not merely in action but in the thoughtful pauses preceding the strike. A leader who understands the strength of his silence commands respect and attention, for it is a silence that speaks volumes. When the time comes to impart wisdom or to galvanize the spirit of his followers, his words carry weight, resonating with certainty and direction. The true mark of leadership is the ability to discern when to speak and when the resounding echoes of silence serve a greater purpose. Remember, the greatest truths often hide within the depths of unspoken thought, waiting for the right moment to be unveiled. Consider the way of the river. It flows steadily, embracing the landscape without haste. In its calm demeanor, wisdom lies, shaping the land while remaining unobtrusive. Similarly, a leader must navigate the currents of discourse, choosing moments of engagement with care. Thus, one must learn the rhythm of silence and sound, for it can alter the course of hearts and the fate of realms. In the stillness of a forest, one may hear the rustle of leaves, the sigh of the wind, and the distant call of a bird. Yet, it is not the cacophony of sounds that defines the serenity of nature. Rather, it is the delicate balance where silence reigns supreme. A leader, much like the forest, must cultivate an environment where silence speaks louder than words. In moments of stillness, a leader finds clarity, discerning the true nature of the battle ahead. It is in quietude that strategy is born, and wisdom reveals itself. Consider the mighty river, flowing effortlessly yet with silent strength. It does not contort itself into loud proclamations, nor does it seek the crowd's applause. It carves its path through the landscape over time, unstoppable in its direction. So too must a leader approach their journey. Let the noise of the world fade into the background as you listen to the inner voice of conviction. Trust in the power of your silence. It grants you the authority to act when the moment demands. Words, when uttered without purpose, become but leaves carried away by the wind. They lose their essence and hold no meaning in the hearts of followers. A leader who speaks merely to fill the empty spaces creates an illusion of authority but holds no true command. Seek instead the potency of brevity. Let your words carry weight, reverberating with the intention behind them. When you choose to speak, do so when your voice can alter the course of events. In this selectiveness lies the mastery of influence. The art of leadership often resides in the ability to judge when to remain silent. In meetings where cacophony reigns, your silence can serve as a mirror, reflecting the primal chaos to which most are drawn. In this reflection, leaders reveal the depth of their understanding, guiding others towards enlightenment. Silence can disrupt the current and carve new pathways for thought and action. Embrace the inevitable stillness in leadership, for it is there that we learn the strength of restraint. Await the profound moment that necessitates your voice, allowing your silence to become a source of power, a testament to the wisdom you hold within. In the stillness, one can hear the whispers of wisdom that elude the chaotic minds of the many. Leaders often find themselves amidst a cacophony of voices, each clamoring for attention, each seeking validation. Yet, it is in moments of silence that true understanding can be forged. The art of listening to the unspoken carries greater weight than the loudest proclamations. It is here, in the void left by clashing ideas, that clarity emerges, revealing paths unseen to the distracted eye. A leader must cultivate the ability to embrace silence, not as an absence of sound, but as a profound force that shapes the course of their command. To speak when words are plentiful is to risk dilution of intent. However, when one chooses silence purposefully, their next words resonate deeply. Silence demands attention. It fills the air with an anticipation that words alone cannot create. Thus, the wise leader knows when to allow the quiet to stretch, giving time for thoughts to settle and for the essential truths to arise. In a realm where motives often veer toward the superficial, the power of silence becomes a weapon sharper than the sword. Consider the battlefield, where one voice amidst the clamor may be lost, but the calculated stillness of a leader can shift the tides of conflict. The unwavering calm in a storm inspires confidence in followers and unsettles adversaries. They may speak of strength in numbers or the might of iron, but it is the silence that allows strategy to breathe and flourish. Each unspoken moment becomes an opportunity to reflect, to recalibrate, and to unleash power at the right instant. Let leaders not forget the value of pausing amidst the din. In these pauses lie the seeds of greater decisions, which, once nurtured, can yield clarity and purpose. Carnivorous words devour hope and sow discord, while silence cultivates trust and unity. Remember, it is in the silence that the heart speaks its true intentions, waiting only for the discerning ears to listen and understand. Therefore, let your silence be a shield against the noise, a beacon guiding you towards the chosen path of true leadership. In the stillness of the mind, a leader finds clarity. As noise envelopes the world, it drowns out the whispers of wisdom. The tumult of countless voices clamors for attention. Yet the discerning leader recognizes that true understanding requires space for reflection. To be still, to embrace silence, is to cultivate awareness of both oneself and the circumstances that unfold around one. In moments of uncertainty, when tension rises among the ranks, the strength of a leader is revealed not through hurried words, but through composed silence. Such quietude invites contemplation, allowing others to voice their thoughts freely. A leader's silence creates a safe haven where ideas can emerge unchained by the weight of expectation. It is in the absence of noise that the essence of insight can surface, offering solutions that may have been obscured amidst a cacophony of thoughtless chatter. Moreover, silence has the unique power to command respect. When a leader chooses to speak less frequently, each uttered word gains weight and significance. Observers become attuned to the leader's intentions, discerning the gravity behind each statement. Thus, the judicious use of words fosters an environment where messages carry the potential to motivate and transform. It is essential to remember that fierce winds, though they seem powerful, scatter seeds far and wide without nurturing growth. As a wise leader, know when to retreat into silence, for this is where the true strength of your authority lies. Each moment of quiet contemplation sharpens your insight, fortifying your resolve. When chaos reigns and the voices of many clash, your stillness becomes an anchor for your team. They will look to your composed demeanor as a guiding force, finding solace in your steadfastness. In due time, when the moment calls for it, let your voice arise, rich with the weight of purpose and clarity, steering the ship towards its true course. In silence, there is potential. In the sanctuary of quiet, the leader's vision crystallizes into actionable wisdom. Cultivate this strength, and remember, sometimes the most powerful statement is made without uttering a sound. In the quietude of the mind, one can discern the true essence of leadership. The din of the world often drowns out the whispers of wisdom. Thus, it falls upon the shoulders of a true leader to cultivate silence, allowing it to echo in the chambers of thought, where strategy is born. In moments of tumult, the leader must not be swayed by the clamor of opinions or the rush of unconsidered words, for therein lies the path to folly. When surrounded by noise, a wise leader steps back, finding solace in stillness. In that stillness, clarity emerges, a guide to the decisions that must be made for the betterment of the collective. Silence is not an absence. It is a formidable presence that commands attention. There, in its embrace, lies the power to listen and to observe, sharpening one's insight into the hearts and minds of others. This understanding becomes the bedrock of decisive action. A leader's unspoken words often carry more weight than the cacophony of others. When they choose to speak, it is with purpose and precision, each word a carefully placed stone in the foundation of trust and respect. The empty efforts of others ring hollow, yet the leader's silence resonates, shaping the course of events with an unseen hand. Embrace the quiet, for it is in that serene space that your vision becomes clearer, and the true potential of your command can unfold. Let not the world dictate the tempo of your thoughts. Rather, set the rhythm of your own discourse, where silence heralds your strength. In moments where speech is futile, allow your presence to be felt, your intentions to be understood. The art of leadership is in knowing when to remain silent, for in silence, one finds not only the pulse of strategy but also the heart of the people. As you lead, remember that the absence of sound can be a powerful ally. Utilize it wisely, and may you become the master of the unspoken word, guiding those who follow with the quiet strength of your resolve. In the stillness of the mind, one discovers the true nature of conflict. The clamor of the world may drown out the subtleties of thought, yet it is within silence that wisdom flourishes. A leader who speaks when the winds are still commands the attention of those who listen, for every word becomes deliberate, each syllable carries weight. The silence of the leader is like the still surface of a lake, reflecting the depths of knowledge beneath. Consider the songs of nature, where the vibrant notes of birds are followed by moments of quiet. In these pauses, life reveals its greatest truths. A leader who masters the art of silence possesses the strength to endure the chaos around him, his voice emerging when it can bring forth change. The thoughtful pause causes the hearts of followers to lean in, to anticipate, for they sense the importance of the forthcoming proclamation. In a world filled with idle chatter, let the leader cultivate a garden of stillness. From its soil, profound insights shall bloom. It is not enough to merely abstain from speaking. The leader must embrace silence as a tool, a form of power that can shift the tides of allegiance. When surrounded by noise, wield the quiet as a sword. Use it to carve through the fog of misunderstanding. Enlightening those who may wander lost in the dim silence does not breed fear but instead fosters trust. As individuals come to understand that a leader's silence is born from careful contemplation and not from uncertainty. Moreover, the silence of a leader can unearth the true intentions of others. Through observation in the stillness, one learns how to discern sincerity from pretense, recognizing the movements within those who wish to be heard versus those whose hearts genuinely seek to contribute. By allowing the world to echo around you, while you remain resolute in your tranquility, you create an opportunity for others to speak their truths, thus forging a path illuminated by shared understanding. In this way, let your silence empower, a canvas upon which the voices of your followers can paint their aspirations, reshaping the narrative together in a harmonious concert. Therefore, become a master of the pause. In your silence, let your true strength emerge, an unyielding force against the raging storm of empty words. Speak when the moment is ripe, and let your utterances reshape the world, for it is in the cadence of silence that the greatest orchestras find their harmony. In silence, the leader finds strength. Through stillness, the path to wisdom unveils.